This is Pushpa here from Modern English High School. We are going to study Standard 8 Science, Lesson 15, Some Natural Phenomena. In the last class, we talked about electric charges, about electroscope, and earthing, etc. This part, we are going to study about lightning. How this lightning occurs, what is the scientific reason behind this? We know that charges produced by rubbing causes lightning. During thunderstorm, air currents move upward, while water droplets move downward. These movements cause separation of charges. The positive charge collect near the upper edge of the clouds, and the negative charges accumulate near lower edges. The positive charges accumulate near ground also. The magnitude of accumulated charges becomes very large. Air, being a poor conductor of electricity, is no longer able to resist their flow. Positive and negative charges meet, producing light and sound. This process is called electric discharge. Electric discharge is a process which occurs between two or more clouds or between clouds and the earth. Ancient people did not understand the basic phenomenon of lightning. Now we know much about lightning. Lightning could destroy life and property. We also hear this all in news. We should take measures to protect ourselves during thunderstorm and lightning. If you hear thunder, we should go to a safe place. We should find a safe and a secure place to protect ourselves. Let us talk about it. If you are in cars or you are traveling by a bus, we should remain safe inside with windows and doors of the vehicle shut. Let us see some do's and don'ts during a thunderstorm. When we are outside our house, what care we should take? Open vehicles are not safe. Open areas, tall trees, shelters are not safe. Even umbrella is not good during thunderstorm. We should stay away from all trees, electric poles, or metal objects. Lightning strikes the trees first, so do not lie on the ground. Instead, sit down, place your hands on your knees with head between the hands. This idea gives less surface area and chances of lightning getting struck is less. Now, when we are inside the house, we should take care of electric wires, telephone cords, metal pipes, etc. Metals are good conductors of electricity, so we are likely to get shock. Contact with these things should be avoided during thunderstorm. Bathing should be avoided to avoid contact with running water, as water is also a good conductor of electricity. Electric appliances like television, refrigerator, etc. should be unplugged to avoid any such problem. Lightning can easily strike the tall buildings, so lightning conductors kept on tall building is a good conductor of electricity. It is taller than buildings. It is installed at the highest point of a building. Sharp end of the conductor is kept out in the air, the other end is buried deep in the ground. Sharp end of the conductor provide easy path for the transfer of charge to the ground during lightning. In this way, it protects the buildings from damage. Now let us study about earthquakes. Earthquake is a natural phenomena which cause lot of destruction to human life and property. It is not possible to predict the occurrence of an earthquake. You can refer the figure 15.8. A major earthquake occurred in India on 8th October 2005 in Uri and Tangda towns of North Kashmir. In the year 2001, Bhuj district of Gujarat, a major earthquake had occurred. Now, what is an earthquake? It is a sudden shaking or trembling of the earth which lasts for a short time. It is caused by the disturbance deep inside the earth's crust. How does this occur? The outermost layer of the earth is fragmented, and each fragment is called a plate. When a plate goes under another due to collision, they cause disturbance in the earth's crust. This disturbance shows up as an earthquake on the surface of the earth. Major earthquakes are much less frequent. They cause damage to buildings, bridges, dams, and people too. There is loss to life and property. Earthquakes can cause floods, landslides, and tsunamis. In ancient times, people did not know the true cause of earthquakes. Now we know the real fact of earthquake. We know that the tremors are caused by disturbance deep inside the uppermost layer of the earth, which is called a crust. Refer the figure 15.9. It shows the structure of the earth. The outermost layer of the earth shown fragmented. Each fragment is called a plate. Now refer the figure 15.10. These plates, you can see that they are in continual motion. A plate goes under another due to collision. The movements of the Earth's plates is shown in the figure 15.11. It is the disturbance that shows up as an earthquake. We know the cause of earthquake, but it is not yet possible to predict when and where the next earthquake will occur. Another reason for earthquake is the underground explosions. When a volcano erupts, tremors on the earth are caused. When a meteor hits an earth or an underground nuclear explosion is carried out, earthquake can occur. There are certain weak zones where earthquakes are most likely to occur. These weak zones are also known as seismic or fault zones. The areas more threatened are Kashmir, West Central, Himalayas, the south areas of South India. They also fall in the danger zone. Refer the figure 15.12. It shows the movements of Indian's Earth's plate. Now, the power of an earthquake is expressed in terms of magnitude on a scale called the Richter scale. Both Bhuj and Kashmir had the magnitude greater than 7.5. So, these numbers tell us that how hard the earthquake is. During earthquake, the tremors produce waves on the surface of the earth. These are called the seismic waves. The waves are recorded by an instrument called the seismograph. You can refer the figure 15.13. Now this instrument, seismograph, is simply a vibrating rod or a pendulum which starts vibrating when the tremors occur. A pen is attached to the vibrating system, and this pen records the seismic waves on a paper which moves under it. By studying these waves, scientists can construct a complete map of the earthquake. They can also estimate its power to cause destruction. Now refer the figure 15.14, which shows a map of the earthquake. It shows the inside of Earth. The red color point shows the focus and the seismic waves. Now let us study about the protection against earthquakes. We cannot predict earthquake. It can be very destructive. What are the points to be remembered for protection against earthquake? Let us discuss about it. The first point is that people living in the seismic zone should have to take some precautions. That is, the buildings in these zones should be so designed that they can withstand the major tremors. Modern technology can make it possible. Structures should be quake safe. We should consult the qualified architects and structural engineers. The mud or timber should be used for building houses using heavy construction material. There should be tight fixation of cupboards and shelves to the wall. Since some buildings may catch fire due to an earthquake, it is necessary that all buildings should have the firefighting equipment in working orders. Now, when an earthquake strikes, and if you are at home, take shelter under table. We should stay there till the shaking stops. We should be away from tall and heavy objects as they may fall on you. If you are resting on bed, or protect our head with pillow. Now if you are outdoors, we should find a safe place. We should be away from buildings, trees and power lines. If you are in a vehicle, that is car or a bus, do not come out. Drive safely. We should drive slowly to a clear spot. We should not come out till the tremors stop. So this is what we have studied in this lesson about earthquakes. Thank you.